Hi, first graders. I miss you. Before we get started with our vocabulary words for this week, you might be thinking, Miss Archer, what's going on? That doesn't look like our classroom. You're right. Do you remember the building that was being built way far across the courtyard by the new playground? That's our new kindergarten and TK building. So it is finished. Mrs. Crane and Mrs. Miranda in kindergarten and Mrs. McGrath in TK are all moving into those brand new classrooms. So exciting. That means that I am also moving classrooms. So next year when you are big second graders, come say hi to me in room 24. I'll still be teaching first grade, but now I'm in Mrs. Miranda's old room. All right, ready for some vocab words? The first word is the word profession. Professions are jobs that people have been trained to do. Can you say that word out loud with me? Profession. Awesome. So here in this picture, we can see an animal doctor, a veterinarian. This man went to school to become a veterinarian for many years. Another job that or a profession that you go to school for many years could be a teacher. But sometimes you can have a profession where you're trained to do something, but you don't necessarily go to school. Someone like a plumber or an electrician, you have to train and study to become one of those, or to have one of those jobs, to have that profession. All right, next word. I'm going to say it, then you say it. Ready? Thorough. Try it again. Thorough. Awesome. When you are thorough, you do a job carefully and you finish it. So in this picture for the word thorough, we see that this doctor is going through an examination of this patient, right? Doctor, patient. And they are going to check their patient really carefully and completely to make sure that they're not sick. They're going to do a thorough job, a very careful job. Next word. The word is duty. Let me hear you say it. Duty. A duty is something that a person is supposed to do, like a job or a chore. So in this picture, we see a little girl, and it looks like she is doing some laundry. That's probably a duty that she has at home, or a chore that she has to do. Now, if you think about someone who has a job, they also have duties. Think about this little girl compared to a firefighter, a man or a woman who fights fires. Do you think they're going to have different duties, different responsibilities? Probably, huh? I wonder if you can name any of the duties of a firefighter. All right, 2 more words. Next one is equipment. Let me hear you say it. Equipment. So equipment is all of the special things or the supplies that you need to do something. So here in this picture, we see a kiddo who is skateboarding, right? And she's got lots of equipment to do that thing she's trying to do. She's got her knee pads and her helmet, and those are pieces of equipment that are keeping her safe, right? So if you think about the equipment, let's go back to a firefighter, that a firefighter needs to do their job. Do firefighters typically wear helmets? They have something else that protects their head, right? But they've got lots of other special equipments that help them do their job. Special supplies. All right, last word, satisfaction. Ooh, let's count the syllables. You ready? Satisfaction. Satisfaction. Ooh, how many? Show me on your fingers. Don't know? 1, 2, 3, 4. Satisfaction. Satisfaction is a word that means, well, the feeling you have when you do a good job or when you're content and happy. So satisfaction is a feeling that I think these children are feeling as they are playing with their dog and petting it, right? They're very happy and content with their dog. They're very satisfied. It's a happy and a good feeling. All right, you ready for the story? Before we read all kinds of vets, think, What do you know about the job of a veterinarian? What kind of things do veterinarians do? In our first word for profession, we saw a picture of a vet, and we talked about how that's one profession, a veterinarian. And a veterinarian is someone who helps animals. Awesome. Ready? Remember, if you hear one of our words, hand up. When you grow up, there are many jobs or professions you can choose to do. If you love animals, you might decide to become a veterinarian or animal doctor. There are all kinds of veterinarians who work with all kinds of animals. Some veterinarians, or vets, treat pets, such as dogs and cats, birds, reptiles, rabbits, hamsters, and snakes. A pet doesn't have to be sick to go to a vet. When you first get a pet, you should take it to a veterinarian for a checkup. The vet can give your pet the shots it needs to stay healthy. The vet will also show you how to take care of your pet. Veterinarians also care for animals that are sick or hurt. Vets look for clues that will tell them what's wrong with the animal. Unlike people, animals can't tell the doctor what parts are hurting. Oh, very sweet. Some veterinarians are wildlife veterinarians. They care for animals in zoos and animal parks. This work is especially hard. The veterinarians must know how to take care of a lot of different kinds of animals, such as elephants, panda bears, lions, and monkeys. If one animal is sick, the veterinarian must quickly find out what's wrong. There are so many animals living close together that if one gets sick, they might all get sick. How do wildlife veterinarians give a thorough checkup to big and dangerous animals? They give special medicine to make the animals fall asleep, and then they treat them. Zoo veterinarians also help design the zoo areas where animals live. The zoo animals once had homes in wide open places, so it is important to give animals in zoos or animal parks similar kinds of homes. Some wildlife veterinarians take care of other kinds of animals. Sea animals that are in aquariums, such as sharks, sea lions, and dolphins. These veterinarians learn how these animals live, eat, and grow, and how to keep the water safe for them. Some veterinarians work only with large animals on farms and ranches. These veterinarians must drive many miles from place to place to take care of cows, horses, sheep, goats, pigs, and even chickens. Keeping farm and ranch animals healthy is a very important duty. Farmers and ranchers depend on these animals for things such as milk, wool, and eggs. The animals live together on the farm or ranch, so if one gets sick, they can all get sick. The veterinarian must come quickly to find out what is wrong. Veterinarians also help when a new calf, colt, or lamb is born. During a visit to a farm or ranch, the veterinarian might examine a sick or injured animal, give shots, do an operation to save an animal's life, or even take an x-ray. Many veterinarians carry with them all kinds of equipment, such as an x-ray machine, because they don't know when they might need it. Sometimes an animal must be loaded into a trailer and sent to an animal hospital. Ooh, did you hear that word equipment? Different equipment that a veterinarian might need. Not really sure what's going on in this photo. I see he's using equipment, but I'm not sure what he's doing to help this animal. If you know, let me know. I'm quite curious. All right, last part. Sometimes animals need emergency care in a special animal hospital. When emergency happens, help is needed right away. The animal might have broken a bone, been hit by a car, eaten something it shouldn't have, or come down with a serious illness. When this happens, emergency veterinarians take care of the animal. Emergency veterinarians take care of all kinds of animals. Some help pets, such as dogs, cats, and reptiles, and others take care of farm, ranch, or zoo animals. Emergency veterinarians are a special kind of vet. They work long hours. They have to work quickly when a new emergency arrives. The emergency room is open all day and all night. It's never closed. When a sick or hurt animal arrives, the veterinarians do everything they can to find out what the problem is. These veterinarians get a lot of satisfaction from finding and fixing the problem so the animal can become healthy and go home again. Well, that was interesting. Before I go, I want you to take just a minute to think back while it's still fresh in your mind. Why is the job of a wildlife veterinarian hard? What does a wildlife veterinarian do? Think about a pet veterinarian, the first kind we talked about. What do they do in their job? How do they take care of pets? Think to an emergency veterinarian. What are some of their responsibilities? Why do you think this could be a stressful job? And then think to our ranch or farm veterinarians. What kind of equipment do you think they might need to use? I didn't recognize what that equipment was, but I bet if I thought hard, I could think of other kinds of equipment they might use. So after we read, and while we're reading, it's important as good readers, we want to ask ourselves questions. That helps us not just remember what we're reading, but also to really understand, to dig deep and really understand what it is we're reading. So in your vocabulary quiz today, I'm going to include a couple comprehension questions where it's not testing your memory so much from what we read, but trying to get you to think a little bit deeper, maybe ask some of your own questions. I hope to see you soon, and I miss you. Thanks for watching today. Bye, guys.